Within 48 hours, we'll be able to talk about XRP. As for where we're going, I've got you covered with the 60-minute Brad Garlinghouse interview that will be shown throughout the thoughts. Before that, though, let me share my morning with you. That's why we went there, stole 100 greenbacks, and were wiped out. That's how I felt in some ways while we were playing Firelink. You've probably felt nervous when you knew something was about to happen, whether it was this thing or the game you were picking at the time. If you want to go with the flow, even though the ATM lets you play this, I suggest getting some more coins and finding a small seat. We spent $3 and 5 penny devils, and then we ripped into an advantage. New tiers are being opened, balls are being lost, and we can see up to 4 or 5 degrees if you know anything about Firelinks. It needs to be opened. That's how you got it. We get the balls that fall into the machine. You can now get the following degree. I agree that the last level, which is a major and a mini Segan worth about $1,700, needs 3 balls to be freed up. I say, okay, let's go. When she hits it, nothing happens. When it got bigger, you hit it. As soon as you set it free, you get it. She presses the lifeless spin button again, and this time nothing happens. If you hit it again, we'll be down to 1 spin. On the last spin, we want 2 balls, but every other ball comes out, leaving us 1 short. They're going to hang it right in front of our tiny eyes, and I think we won't even notice. It opens a $1,900 hand price when the ball falls at the last spin, and the second to closing 3 function and the 2D to closing row. This is our first hand pay ever. People have turned into a bit of first-class beauty. We were happy. If you hit a hand pay on a slot machine, anything far away will pay you out in cash, but the balance you still have in the machine will not print out with a hand pay. I stepped away from the device as the man said, "Hey, you were still given $160 in the system." I thought, holy crap, I pass. I should go print this out. I think we put in about every other $200. After that, it got really good. I'm now low on my back. She's sitting with the dog, and we'll probably do a short live feed this morning. It turned out great, and now we're here. The value of Bitcoin has grown by 0.08% in the last day. Ethereum is back to about $4,000. It's down 0.05 points or 1 point on Ethereum's own level. Up to the 0.33 roll, XRP is being sent. It has gone up by more than 7% in the late afternoon. The US dollar will be backed by the USDT. As a whole, the market value of cryptocurrencies is rising to $4 trillion. USDC is just a little behind at $3.7 trillion. There's nothing too bad or bad about that. There's now a short tweet. Someone says they think XRP will go through a pump in the next 24 to 48 hours. In other words, today through tomorrow. To be honest, I think they may have gotten all of their information from the Brad Going Home interview. This is where I'll talk about altcoins and Bitcoin, you understand. We can also look at charts and talk about anything on a site that leads to a path. I'm not taking away my right to lose speech now. It's set up like this here. I thought that XRP would start to beat both Ethereum and Bitcoin, but it's now 90% against Ethereum. Before I hit my first main goal at XRP, I made the ETH pairing at the current price of $4,000.00 for Ethereum. Just over 2 weeks ago, we still had over 98% of the upside left in Ethereum. Over the next few days, that could put XRP just above $5. He wants his LTF type to be bought back so that the price can go up by 30%. We need to definitely get above $3 for the first time in more than 6 years. That is what he thinks is the next step. Please forgive me for coughing. But the next move will cost us more than $3. I had one more. Please, let's talk about it within the next day or so. I lost it, which is something we could also talk about in the next day or so. Let's jump to this. In the new ad, Chairman Gensler is being told by Newswire to release the iGig report on the name of the game man so that he can be in the 60-minute interview. This is fun. The next day I even have interviews. At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 60 Minutes, Brad is seen going to the house in an ad that is about to air on the show. It says that the purchase of motion for a strong economy and the way the outgoing chairman Gary Gensler was treated, to be honest, led to the release of the Security Exchange Commission's Office of the Inspector General report on possible conflicts of interest by former corporate finance director William Hinman. That quote is from Case President Matthew Kenranch, and it says that this week he is worried about conflicts of interest. There is a lot of blame to go around for the loss of trust in our organizations, including the SEC, among the American people. Before the IG's results were made public, the former director of corporate finance was the subject of an investigation by the inspector chosen. It says that American people wanted to know what happened before the government took its biggest steps to regulate cryptocurrency and were pleading with Chairman Gensler to do the right thing and make the file public. It will be interesting to see how 60 Minutes covers crypto this week, as Malta Brennan talks to Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple. Because the SEC and Ripple have been in a legal battle for a long time, Chairman Gensler is likely to know about the conversation. There will be a time during the show when the group will name the chairman to open the file since they know he will be there. Through lawsuits against the SEC and the Freedom of Information Act, the government's watchdog group and Power Oversight were able to get hundreds of papers that showed Mr. Human Sports may have broken federal rules about ethics when he was in office, especially when it came to conflicts of interest. As part of its investigations, the institution gave the SEC details. In February 2024, the SEC said they were almost done with a review into crypto. What do you know? Good night, leader of Gensler. We all know I don't need to play that. We're going to let it happen now, but not play because I'm not sure if I'll have right to it. If you'd like, you can see it on my Twitter page. Besides that, it's on Crypto Areas. That is the exact ad that will be seen. It's becoming clear that these people are attractive. I need this XRP rise in 48 hours. Guess what we're talking about? As shown by the above borders on December 7th and 8th, XRP will try to make its next rise here. My question is whether Asia will start the pump tonight so that we can all wake up to a nice green morning that leads to the Brad Garlinghouse interview. That's today and tomorrow. Trustworthy Coin has also said that this breakout will happen. He wouldn't say when it would happen. He is trustworthy because, like any well-equipped Thai expert, he is aware it's not possible to tie these things properly. So you don't give them due dates. Tell them about the patterns, charts, and how things look like they'll go instead. Then when it does, you go back to the chart you made available. However, a trustworthy cryptocurrency source says that XRP still wants to make a claim 30 pass to the upside, which would put us above $3 for the first time in 6 years. To be honest, I haven't heard anything from their Twitter account before right now. That's why I don't know who they are. The information I have is just that information, but they're expecting a rise tomorrow, which is very similar to what we were told when Dogecoin went up before Elon Musk appeared on Saturday Night Live. Everyone thought Musk would act quickly and send Dogecoin to the moon. But as we all know, that didn't work out, and Dogecoin went backwards while Saturday Night Live stopped. Why do I even bother to talk to you? I'm excited for a pump and for XRP to go above $3. This will lead us to the promised land. This is a $10 or more XRP in 2025. On the other hand, if we do see an XRP pump, it could lead people to think that Brad is going to make some kind of big announcement about something new.